What are my thoughts on Thor Ragnarok? So Thor Ragnarok, I believe, is the 17th MCU film and is directed by Taika Waititi. And it stars Chris Hemsworth as Thor, as we all know. And it's about Thor stranded on a planet, and in order to get back to Asgard, he has to fight Hulk. And while on Asgard, a new villain called Helena, played by Cate Blanchett, awesome, she is taking over Asgard, and of course it's up to Thor to stop her, but in order to do that, he has to get back to her. Another MCU movie, guys. You already know what you're getting into. I tell everybody at this point, if you are not into it, I don't know why you're still watching these things. But me personally, I am. So I can't stop watching, especially until Avengers Infinity War. With this movie, it's obviously the best of the Thor films, you know. Because in my opinion, the Thor films are kind of the weakest. And it's very interesting too because all three of them are directed by a different director. So it's all a different style, different tone. But at the end, it's Thor from Asgard, still fighting mystical creatures. But with this one, he comes to Midgard once, and it's also to see somebody very special, which I thought was a great scene. But after that, he goes right back to whatever planet he has to go to. And while he's at these planets, we as the audience have a fun time with what we're given. Because essentially, this is a comedy. And we started getting those with Guardians of the Galaxy. But now we're getting it for Thor, I guess, because Thor is the one character to where we need to attach ourselves even more to. Because I never really got that. It was like that with Captain America, you know, with the first Avenger, to where it's like, yeah, he's there. Or even in the first Avengers film, he's there, we like him. But after the Russo brothers came in and took over Winter Soldier and Civil War, Captain America is now a badass to us. Also, it gives us a different take on Thor because in this film, his hammer gets destroyed really early in the film. And it's like one of those things to where, like in Iron Man 3 or Spider-Man Homecoming, what are you without the suit? And for Thor, what is it? Who are you without the hammer? Are you still really the god of thunder? And really deep down in this film, I almost forgot about the hammer because Thor as a character really took over for this film as as towards the comedy aspect, as towards the adventure aspect, as to him being not only the god of thunder but king of Asgard and his rightful place. So for him to get there, we just follow him on this adventure, and I truly enjoyed that. I also like the new addition characters such as Helena. Again, Cate Blanchett. Last time I saw her, she looked old, but for some odd reason, she just looks like 10 times younger in Thor Ragnarok. And I know for a fact it's not digital makeup or anything like that. It's just regular makeup, but it works. We also have Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie. Sexy. And I liked her because of where she came from. And there's a scene in the movie to where we get imagery of her backstory. We hear about it, but when somebody like touches her and sees in her mind and sees where she came from, imagery was so spot on to where it's like you don't need to hear anymore where she's from or what she used to do. Just seeing it, especially in IMAX 3D, which I definitely recommend to watch this movie in, it really just pulls you into where I know everything about this character that I need to know, and I'm on board with her. So give it to you, Tessa Thompson. You were awesome. Tom Hiddleston as Loki. I mean, come on, y'all. That's the best MCU villain we have so far, at least in my opinion. And in this movie, he really is just having fun. In the Avengers movies and Thor, you know, he really was that jealous villain that just wanted what was his. In this one, he is just kind of like in heaven until Thor comes in and is like, no, Loki, we have to do this. And Loki's like, damn it, Thor. Jeff Goldblum as the Grandmaster. Jeff Goldblum is like one of the most charismatic actors in Hollywood that's still working today. You know, with him in his hands. Yes, we need for him to go down there. And yes, what did you call yourself again? The Lord of Thunder? And I can't wait to see him return in Infinity War. I'm pretty sure it's going to be there. So, I like that. Hulk! Okay, look, nothing against Hulk. Loved him in this. I even love the elements of Planet Hulk in this film. That was really cool. They gave Hulk a lot of dialogue, as you can tell in the last trailer. But the problem I had was he sounded like a 2-year-old every time he talked. And it got to the point to where it's like, this is just a completely different Hulk than we've ever seen. And granted, I do like it when Hulk talks in the comics and the cartoons. But in this one, I just felt as if like, he's so kiddish to the point to where it's like, I don't see him angry at all. I need Bruce Banner to come out at this point. And so when he did come out and he had to wear Tony Stark's clothes, I was like, I'm actually enjoying this a little bit more than I am Hulk for some reason. Overall, though, the thing about Thor Ragnarok is that it's still a great, entertaining, fun film. But the key word here is fun. And this is something that Thor has needed for a long time. But my issue is the fact that it's on the Ragnarok storyline. And again, not many people understand what the Ragnarok storyline is, but to give you a brief, and you probably could tell in the movie, it's the destruction of Asgard, or the city, or all that coming down on Thor. If you remember in Age of Ultron, when Thor was in his magic jacuzzi or whatever, or when Scarlet Witch was hypnotizing him, and he saw Heimdall, and he was like, "We are all dead. Can you not see this?" That's because Ragnarok was coming. And the way they took upon it on this is, it's comedy. Ragnarok is supposed to be more serious than that. This is the destruction of Asgard. It's almost as if, like, Avengers Infinity War to be a comedy. And it works. It's a good comedy. It's like Thor Ragnarok. But the problem with that is, you want this to be a more serious tone film. This is about a villain coming down, spreading all types of hell to where every single hero we've been introduced to has to team up in order to take him down. Because this man could wipe out the brink of extinction. You don't want that to be a comedy. You want to feel like you're on the edge of your seat. You want to feel as if some Avengers' lives could be lost. And these are lives that we've been attached to since 2008, possibly. So, with that, again, with Thor Ragnarok, I just feel as if this should have been more of a serious tone, only because of what it's about. But again, that could be nitpicking. That could just be me complaining. Overall, I did have a good time with this movie. I thought it was funny. I thought it was enjoyable. It's not the best MCU of this year. I still give that to Spider-Man Homecoming. Please, go see it, especially if you're still into the MCU. You're going to enjoy it, guaranteed. So guys, those are my thoughts on Thor Ragnarok. I want to know what you guys thought about it. Do you like it? Where would you rank it in the MCU? You know, your top 5 or 10? What did you think about what they did with Thor, especially towards the end? You know, you can see he's going on a different path. What do you think is going to happen next? Whatever it is, let me know in the comment section below. And guys, if you are wondering about my sexy Sith robe, well, happy Halloween, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. And if you want, you can click right here to see more of my thoughts on the matter.